Don't delay. The retail stores apocalypse is upon us. Retail stores will soon be closing in droves, and if you don't buy your food and other supplies now, you'll be sorry. The apocalypse has already begun, and it's only going to get worse. Your only hope is to buy everything you need from the store of your choice now before it's too late. We're not only talking about the end of retail stores, but we will also explain what is causing food shortages in America, making it even more important that you stock up today. What's happening is that new technology is making it easier than ever to shop online and make purchases through mobile devices. And as a result, more people are doing so than ever before. If you want to know what are the causes of retail stores apocalypse and which retail stores have closed down so far, you need to watch this video till the end. But before we proceed, find out what is causing the retail store closures, which stores have closed so far, and if this can lead to shortages. So, let's begin. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. What are the causes of retail stores apocalypse? Retail apocalypse is a term used to describe the end of retail, and it's been causing trouble for many years. Here are some of the most common causes. Digital shopping has come to replace brick-and-mortar stores. Consumers are getting more comfortable with buying goods online than they are in stores, and they're spending less time at them anyway, which might cause food shortages. The rise of e-commerce has led to an increase in online competition among retailers. Which food retail stores have closed by now? Supply chain disruptions in the food and beverage industry. The food retail industry has been changing rapidly over the past few years, and some of the biggest players have started to close. Here's a list of 10 large companies that have closed by now. Ralph's. Ralph's Food Store is closing down. Ralph's Food Stores, the nation's largest grocery chain, will be closing its doors for good. The closure comes after a series of financial struggles for Ralph's and a broader trend in which consumers are increasingly turning to online sources for their food shopping needs. The company has been struggling with falling sales and increased competition from other grocery stores around the country. In addition to this, Ralph's has been investing heavily in technology over the years, but has not seen much success with this strategy thus far. Food for Less. Food for Less is a grocery store that sells fresh, healthy food for home consumption and for restaurants. They have been in business for over 30 years, and they are proud of their long history of providing the best prices, variety, and quality to their customers. Unfortunately, due to the current supply shortage, they have decided to close down its stores. They will be unable to continue operating as normal until they find a reliable source of supply again. Misguided. Misguided has fallen into administration and will be sold to Frasers Group. The UK-based fashion retailer had a number of suppliers that were owed money, and the company experienced a decrease in revenue due to increased supply chain costs and inflation. The company was on the lookout to find a buyer, and they got successful. Frasers Group has taken advantage and bought Misguided for nearly $24 million in June. Revlon. Revlon filed for bankruptcy earlier this year in June. The company was already suffering from tough times, had no sales, and was on the edge of falling. This bankruptcy case has made it go into ruins. And not only that, COVID situation also hit Revlon hard and worked as a compounding effect to bring this company down. Revlon went so down that it has debts to pay. In these tough times, it has also been difficult to sell products to its customers. Revlon had previously prevented itself from going bankrupt with the help of a loan agent, but they failed again in 2022. And now the company has a challenging situation going on. Escada America. Escada America is the American luxury women's apparel brand that is based in Germany. It was filed for bankruptcy earlier in January 2022. The COVID-19 hit Escada America hard and drove it toward bankruptcy, which led the brand to its closure within this year. The brand came into being in 2009, but it reached its fall because of poor leadership, overpriced leases, and more. The company's mismanagement was also the reason for its failure and closing down, as mismanagement led to the ill-equipped operations during the pandemic that caused nothing but failure. Having faced so much damage, Escada America has decided to close 5 of its stores in the U.S. because of bankruptcy so they can manage their losses. Belk is a department store that was emerging from bankruptcy. This store started in 1888. It was struggling to get better, but it entered into bankruptcy again and had a debt load of $1.9 billion. And this time, Belk could not deal with this loss as COVID-19 was also there, which made it impossible for the brand to get out of the ruins. We also heard the news that Belk got its debt reduced by $450 million and got a few of its stores in operation. Christopher Banks is closing all of its 450 physical stores as it seeks to refocus on e-commerce. The company, which filed for Chapter 11 in January and has since been selling off its brick-and-mortar locations, said it will close most, if not all, of its physical stores at the time of its filing. The retailer's old CEO, named Carrie Janes, said that COVID-19 hit the company. As the company's average middle-aged female customers stopped purchasing goods and apparel from it, its value went down. The company then sold their business to an affiliate of Hilco Merchant Resources in early March, and since then, its physical stores are closed. Walgreens. You might have heard that Walgreens is closing down. That's not a joke. It's true. We're so sorry to tell you this, but the company couldn't keep up with the cost of running their stores anymore. They have decided to close 200 stores in the U.S. The company tried everything they could, but it just wasn't working out. Albertsons is also closing down. The company has been in business for decades, and they had been serving the community for a long period. The company has announced plans to close 26 stores along the western, northwestern, and southwestern regions of the U.S. They could manage their supplies and went into ruins due to several, which has led to its closure. As a result of this decision, there will be no more deliveries or pickups made from their stores. Fresh Market. At Fresh Market, the company is always looking for ways to improve their products and services. The Fresh Market is committed to offering the best possible products and service to their customers. However, they've made the difficult decision to close 165 stores of 15 of its companies due to their age and outmoded infrastructure. The Fresh Market has had an outstanding relationship with their companies and employees, and they will be offering them a severance package as well as outplacement services designed specifically for this type of transition. Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond is closing 150 stores, laying off 20% of its staff, and reducing its workforce by about 10% in an effort to streamline operations. The company said it will close 100 locations over the next 2 years after announcing the store closings in a letter to employees. CEO Sue Gove said, "We have taken a thorough look at our business, and today we are announcing immediate actions aimed to increase customer engagement, drive traffic, and recapture market share." The company suffered a net loss of $358 million earlier this year in June. That said, most retail stores are closing all over the U.S., and it's going to get worse before it gets better. We have a long way to go before we can truly say that retail is back. But at least we're starting to see some signs of improvement. Unfortunately, this isn't just a problem for brick and mortar retailers. Online sales are also being hurt by the decline in physical retailing. It's hard to hear those words, but it's true. Retail stores are closing, and we're not just talking about the old-fashioned corner store. We're talking about all of them. from big box retailers to small mom and pops. And this is happening for a reason. Because online shopping is taking over the world. The retail industry as we know it is being disrupted by Amazon, which has become a behemoth in the e-commerce space and has been expanding its reach at an incredible rate. And with more than 5 million jobs lost in retail since 2012, it's no wonder that companies are closing stores and laying people off left and right. They just don't have enough customers anymore. But this isn't only bad news for Americans who work in retail stores, it's also bad news for everyone else who loves shopping. Because when fewer people go out into stores and buy things, fewer stores will stay open. And what happens then? Prices go up on everything. So we have 3 ways to cope with this situation. Put on your rose-colored glasses and pretend like everything is all right. This might help a little, but it won't last long. Move closer to home or wherever else you can put down roots. If there are stores nearby, they might not be getting rid of inventory as fast as other places. Look for other, more sustainable ways to spend your money on things like food and shelter. You can support local farmers, buy organic produce, or even start growing some of your own food. Having said that, we bring this video to an end. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and comment on this video. Cheers!